Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we're back in another snapshot, or it's actually 1.19.4 pre-release 1. As you can see, the Create New World screen has been updated once again to make the buttons at the top a bit better. They kind of blend in and I think it looks kind of weird how especially the black is at the top. I think it should be filled in like the bottom here. So that's a change I would make, but the buttons do look a lot better. Another change that has been made is if a world was created in snapshot 23W07A, it says it shouldn't be allowed to be opened inside of this snapshot. That's not the case. You can still open it, so I don't know if that's intentional or not, but it says anything made in 23W07A cannot be opened, which I can still open worlds, so it seems like that's kind of not the case at the moment. Let's quickly cover the 1.20 changes before we jump to the 1.19.4 changes. First one, the brush is now crafted a stick, copper and feather. It's no longer 2 sticks and 3 string. So that's a new recipe for the brush. And also the decorated pots now have the recipe only for the normal brick version. But you can obviously remove these bricks and replace them with pottery shards. This is only just so people know the shape of the recipe rather than you having to guess. And finally, the sniffer spawn egg has been slightly altered. As you can see if I throw it down, you can see the green I think has been made a little bit more green and the red has been made a little bit darker. So that's all for 1.20 changes. Now let's cover the 1.19.4. First change is potions will no longer have an enchantment glint to them. As you can see, going over these, there is no enchantment glint. If I also go to accessibility, the actual enchantment glint strength is now defaulted at 75%. That's just to make obviously the enchantments a bit less visible. But another thing, the actual enchantments in your inventory as items have a different enchantment glint to armor and things like that when it's on the player. So if I quickly just actually get myself some diamond armor, for example, let's just grab that. And if I just quickly enchant this, as you can see, the enchantment in my hand is a lot more visible than the enchantment on the actual player. This is just so when things are in your inventory, you can actually tell the difference. I think this was mainly a problem with enchanted golden apples. There was little to no difference between the two. So if you was in a difficult situation, you could have accidentally ate an enchanted golden apple even if you didn't mean to, because they looked so much alike. That has now been fixed, and the actual, when they're in your inventory, they look different to when they are actually on you. A few actual bug fixes that have also been fixed. Goats and frogs would panic if they took full damage. So now if you drop them and they take full damage, they will no longer see that as player damage and they will no longer actually panic or try to run away from the block they took full damage. This actual full damage bug was also for camels. If they was to take full damage, they would actually panic as well. That is no longer the case either. There was a bug in last snapshot where if you actually have an animal that can be ridden, like the camel, it would actually bounce itself across the water. Now, if you actually ride a camel into the water, it will slowly sink until it actually kicks you off. As you can see any second, there we go. Before, it would do like this really high bobbing thing, where it would literally just bounce across the water and eventually it would be high and just kick the player off anyway. The actual torch flower can now be used in Suspicious Stew, and it actually gives you the effect of night vision, as you can see right there. So that is now another way to get the night vision Suspicious Stew. Parrots and chickens can now be tempted and also bred with the torchflower seeds. And also, if you place them down into the floor now, that will count for the CD place advancement, as you can see. Bees will now be tempted and also pollinate on torch flowers and also pink petals. So you can now use these to actually tempt the bees to eat, also to breed them, and also for them to pollinate on. There are also a load of fixes for like bugs with things being in the wrong tag. Like you can now use cherry logs to craft campfires. You can also use them to burn and make charcoal. A load of things like that have been fixed, which I'm not going to cover every single one because it's a load of little minor tweaks. A thing that has also been changed is actual pink petals, whether it be 1 or 4, you can now insta-mine them. So when you punch them once, they will instantly pop off. There is also some technical changes inside of this actual snapshot. The first thing is accessibility. They added a built-in resource pack that enhances the contrast of the UI elements. We'll cover that in a second. Technical changes, resource packs are now using 13, and they changed the following game events. Interact finish, that is when you use a goat horn and it finishes using, now has a frequency of 2 instead of 14, so that has been nerfed. Also, there's a new damage type tag called bypasses cooldown. Damage types with this tag bypass the regular invulnerability time after taking damage. And the entity tag full damage immune. Entity types with this tag do not take full damage. That are things like iron golems and cats. Resource pack format, they have also made a change because of the Enchantment Glint. There is now 2 separate Enchantment Glint PNGs, the entity and also the item. And then commands, there is now a new subcommand for the execute position over and then height map. Height maps are basically, as you can see, height maps record the highest position in a column of blocks according to some criterias. Available options: world surface, motion blocking no leaves, and an ocean floor. Let's now quickly show off the actual built-in resource pack. I'm guessing it's down here. Yeah, high contrast. As you can see, if we quickly just build this in and then actually turn it on, this is mainly for people who have struggle. As you can see, the contrast is now black with a blue and purple outline. Everything still works. As you can see, everything has just been changed. The inventory don't seem to have changed. That still looks pretty much the same. It seems like it's only buttons on menus. As you can see, the advancements hasn't. So yeah, it's only buttons on menus and also stuff like this screen. Oh wow, that is really dark. And also, if I quickly just go back to the create world menu, as you can see, this screen where you're saving the world has also been made darker. The buttons on the homepage have also been altered, and same with the actual create new world screen or the actual load into worlds. And as you can see, the create new world screen has also been altered. So that is it inside this snapshot or pre-release. Don't forget, this is the pre-release one for 1.19.4, so that means 1.19.4 is pretty much complete. Between now and the release, which will probably be 2 to 3 weeks from now, we'll only see minor changes, and I doubt we'll see much for 1.20 now, at least changes wise. That'll probably be either in the next snapshot cycle, whether that be actual 1.20 snapshots, or whether that be 1.19.5. I think the biggest change they made in this snapshot was definitely the change to items in your inventory being differently enchanted than items the player is wearing. Anyway, if you did enjoy, leave a like and subscribe, and I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye.